and their vision for TPCAR. We will then open it, after each nominee has had a chance to speak, we'll open it up for questions from the floor. Okay, so we're going to go in alphabetical order for each position. First up, the nominees for president-elect. So that'll be James Fisher, and then after that will be Mike Stewart. So you ready, James?
Sure.
All right.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending today. You know, I just kind of wanted to briefly talk about why I decided to run for president of TPCAR. And partly it's due to the involvement I've had with the association since I became a realtor in 2017, so fairly new realtor here. But being involved with GA since 2017 and being on the board of directors for the last 2 years and as an RPAC trustee at WR, I've seen a lot of individuals who dedicate their time and efforts in this capacity. It's a volunteer role, and I've seen a lot of individuals dedicate their time and efforts, and to just not be able to continue the work that's already been done, and also kind of foster a vision forward from a lot of our members who it seems like want to be involved but are not involved at the moment, right? So it got me thinking about what it means to be a president. And briefly, I just want to say, to me, and this is just my opinion, a president is a steward for positive growth and development. A president should be humble in their accomplishments and also at the forefront when disaster is prevalent. A president should be able to foster communication when division and indifference is all you can see and hear. And the president's role as well, to me, is a role of leadership in the sense that once your presidency is ended, you still are looked after as a leader in your industry, and you still have a professional obligation to your trade association. So those are some of the things that I envision a president to be. And some of the things I want to work on, or I guess the vision moving forward, is I know that this year we'll be working on our strategic plan for the next 5 years. Being on the board of directors, I've been able to continue the message from the previous strategic plan, and I would love to continue moving forward with the next strategic plan as well. You know, the role of president is a 3-year term. You become a president-elect, then president, then immediate past president. And I think in that time, I will have an adequate amount of time, I'd say, to be able to make some positive change. I want to ensure that all committees have the platforms they need to grow and develop. I definitely want to change the culture to make individuals feel welcome when they arrive, and for individuals to want to step forward in our community and in our trade association. You know, for me, I just think that the individuals involved with our committees work so hard, and our staff as well. I know you guys are there as well, but our staff works so hard, and I just want to make sure that I am able to contribute back to ensure the success of everyone in this trade association. And that's why I read
3 minutes.
Thanks.
All right. Mike Stewart. Mike?
No, I'm here.
Okay, we're ready for you.
All right, thank you, and welcome everyone. My name is Mike Stewart, and I'm running for the TPCAR president-elect for 2021. My journey as a realtor started back in the 1900s, as my kids say, because they were born in the early 2000s. So they talk about the 1900s. That's me. So anyhow, when I joined and got my license as an agent and joined as a realtor back in 1989, I really didn't know what a realtor was. However, over the years, I had a family member who became the president of the TPCAR Association of Realtors. So I had an idea what being a realtor meant, but didn't fully understand it until I was asked to run for a board position by Leslie Stewart, and was elected. And that's when my knowledge and passion grew for the association. I joined the Leadership Academy, which Steve Rogo, who's now the president, and Renee Atkins, president-elect, were part of that class. And Jasmine was part of the training group and did an excellent job to prepare us for this situation. It got me to want to be involved in all facets of the association. So I'm a member of the government affairs. I'm the chair of the government affairs currently, and the government affairs are the political advocates for realtors and clients. I'm part of the finance committee, which is a stewards for the funds of the association. Part of the executive committee, which handles more or less the bigger issues of TPCAR, and also a WR director, which gives you a different perspective because you're looking at state issues. So anyhow, like I say, I dove in pretty deep on this to get a lot of knowledge, and I enjoy every aspect of it. As far as work that needs to be done, James mentioned that the 5-year strategic plan is coming up. That needs to be worked on. I'd like to be a part of that. Also, inclusion and racial representation that reflects our community is important. And I know our association is starting to take steps on that, but we're just getting started. Also, a lot of committee work needs to be done. Diversity committee is a huge focus right now, but membership is too, because our association.
We're at 3 minutes.
We're at 3 minutes? Okay.
We're at 3 minutes.
Finish up here?
Finish your sentence.
All right. So I feel my background is a broker, an office leader, and also my volunteer work in TPCAR make me a candidate, a valid candidate for the president-elect position, and I would welcome.
All right.
You.
Thank you. Treasurer-elect Jasmine Jefferson.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, everybody. I am feeling very honored to be back here with all of you. Some of you know me, some of you have not yet had the wonderful experience to work with me. I am coming back to this position. My vision to me today is more important than what I have done for the association, but I will say I've been a full-time realtor since 2003. I've held multiple positions at TPCAR, Washington Realtors, and Women's Council of Realtors for Tacoma-Pierce County. But today I really would like to focus on the vision piece. I'm happy that this format is the way that it is. Of course, my daughter's gonna start blowing up my phone right now. And FaceTiming, so I guarantee you she's gonna do this again. All right, so let me get right into it. I've picked 3 elements of the vision that I have, and the main reason that I am running is because I have a vision for this association. I'm connected to the association, and I wanna see the success of all of the members. First one is that we have a strong, forward-thinking executive committee and board of directors. When we are elected to positions such as the ones we are here discussing today, we have an obligation to be the voice of the membership. Moving forward, I see that we have the potential to be proactive versus reactive. We can make unified statements and decisive decisions that will benefit our realtor community and show the public that we have a stake in the progress of the Tacoma-Pierce County region. We can be progressive, and we should be. Second element of my vision is engaged membership. It is within the position of the board of members to create an environment of engagement. I see that we have the opportunity to maximize our reach. We have deeper connections with our members, and that we believe in the vision that we create as a whole for 2021. We can look outside of the box and push beyond the old way of doing things. I know that we're very systematized in how we do stuff. We have rules, we have bylaws, but as board members, we have the ability to reimagine how we show up for our members and take action. Third point to my vision is fiscal courage. Success is looking back on financial investments that have improved the overall well-being of the association. We've spent the last several years improving the facility, making it a comfortable place to be. And now that we were well into the plan of cosmetic improvements as well as the main operating systems, we shift our focus on improving the industry by being leaders that are looked at first rather than thought of later. Through training and exposure to new ideologies, we will be able to accomplish so much more. When we are faced with challenges, we will have the skill set and awareness to feel confident in our decision making, and that takes an investment. I've been on strat planning before. I'm excited that this is coming up again. I look forward to lending my opinion and support to this. So my commitment, if I should be elected, and it looks like no one's running against me, so unless I die today, you guys are stuck with me. But I'd like to finish this, please, is to participate, listen, support, share ideas, and push the needle forward. Thank you, and I look forward to further discussions on the advancement of TPCAR.
All right. So it looks like Gig Harbor directors, we have none. So we're going to move on to East County directors, and that would be Chrissy Bartlett.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here today. I want to thank you for your time, and this is the second time I've run for this position. I'm honored to be part of a great organization, and I had prepared a bunch of notes that I was, going to read from, and I'm just going to speak from the heart. I come from a background of in the medical field. Some of you already know that, and being in a place like that of being able to help people. When I retired in 2013 and decided to become a real estate agent, it took me a few years to get there. But part of that was that I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. And being a realtor, I've been able to do that. I've worked with some very challenging situations. And I pride myself on communication, and with that, I was able to kind of move through that. Also, what brings me here today is that I was talking with Denny and Steve, and I know that there are some boards that need some new faces, and just I can't even get my words out. The grievance committee, for an example, is very personal, but I grew up in a place as a child. I was an abused child, and had to overcome a lot of diversity, and I'm very passionate about that. Oftentimes we have tough conversations. And I try to approach it with a brave heart. And so I am reading from some of my notes, but it's true. That's how I feel. And I'm here for the call of courage right now. I want to be your student. I want you to teach me what you know. I want to make a difference in our community. That's it.
All right. Thank you. Bobby Stevens. Is Bobby Stevens here?
Yes.
I'm here. I'm just unmuting myself.
Oh, okay, great.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me here today. I am running for East Pierce County Director, and I'm going to read from my notes because I'm speaking from the heart, but I'm better from the notes. I've been a member of TPCAR since the fall of 2015 when I became an agent, and I am currently an agent with WPP in Puyallup since March of 2019. I have lived in East Pierce County for 34 years, in Pierce County my entire life. My participation in TPCAR for the past 4 years has been attending general membership meetings, award luncheons, dinners, and ethics training. Not as much as I like, but I did try to join the Leadership Academy last year, which was canceled. So I thought that would have been a great opportunity to do that. For the past 2 years, I have proudly represented South Hill Rotary as a service coordinator and a team chairperson, working with local nonprofits and local businesses. This year, with so many in need during COVID, it was easy to reach out and help so many. I'm extremely proud of what we were able to do while staying apart. Currently, for the month of August, our Rotary is bringing awareness to victims of child abuse and neglect by raising money for Marybridge Hospital. assisting Pierce County with its election ballots, and donating school supplies to our community. We are a small group of 70. In June, Rotary awarded me the 2019-2020 Rising Star Award. Excited to bridge my community service into my Windermere office, last fall, with the help of several, I was able to orchestrate a blood drive at WPP Puyallup office. Cascade Blood Services set up their mobile bus in our parking lot. WPP agents, staff, clients, and Rotarians were invited to participate. A total of 19 donated blood. All donations were given to the local blood bank. We served pie and cookies in the office lobby, and the blood drive was marketed as a slice for life. This spring, during phase 1 of the pandemic, I helped organize a food drive with my WPP Puyallup office. Agents collected food for the local nonprofit Hands of Hope. Hands of Hope delivered groceries weekly to 150 families of Puyallup school children and their families from March till June. My why and my goal for TPCAR. This past week, I've been reaching out to agents and asking what they would like to see from TPCAR and what their involvement has been. Some comments were they enjoyed the classes, they liked attending general meetings, but many just don't have time to engage. And others are just not quite sure what they want to see from TPCAR. True fact is there's 22 agents and 80 affiliates. We are a huge group that can make a difference in our community, and I'd like to help educate our community on who we are and make all of us feel very proud to where they are. If everyone would volunteer on just one project a year, imagine what we could do for our community. I would like the opportunity to serve as one of TPCAR's East Pierce County directors, and I promise to listen and engage with members, have fun, and embrace team spirit. Thank you for your consideration.
All right, so we're moving on to West County directors. Jonathan Garcia.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Wanted to say thank you for having me today. I'm going to keep it real brief and real short. A little bit about me. I've been a real estate agent for about almost 10 years now, and didn't really know much about realtors because the prior firm that I was with, they weren't associated with it. At one point or another, I ended up at Red Moon Realty, and half owner of it now, but at the time it was a condition that we joined on with realtors. And it was a real joy and a real treat because I found there were a lot of advocates in our corner. I found that there was a lot of resources, a lot of things that were offered to us as realtors. So I got excited about it and started learning a little bit more about what that looks like and kind of the world it is. Started getting involved, actually joined the professional standards committee or whatever, and been a part of that. That's been eye-opening. And basically, I'll keep it short and simple. There's really 3 goals that I have going into this position if it's something that works out. And that's number 1, I just want to serve, find out how I can be a part. And number 2, I want to learn and connect, and kind of understand the internals. And then become engaged. Someone prior mentioned the need for if everyone got involved in one project, what an organization can look like. And so for me, myself personally, I'm looking to get involved and find that project that I can help out with, and on a bigger scale, kind of be a huge support in moving realtors forward. And that's pretty much it.
All right, thank you. So now it's Sharon Chambers Gordon.
Let me unmute myself. Good morning, everyone. I am delighted to be here. I look out the window and it's just beautiful sunshine, and I appreciate living in this part of the world so very much. I grew up in Jamaica where my family was poor, but we were rich in serving our community, and my mother is my inspiration for all that I do in giving back because I watched her do it so many years. I have been a full-time realtor since 2016, and I am loving doing this work more and more every day. I have been involved in TPCAR by sitting on government affairs meetings, diversity committee, and teaching classes in our leadership academy and attending Hill Day. So the work I do in our community, in my career, in my own personal life, is what I feel is my calling. I have to be a change agent, to push the spaces that I'm in, to consider different perspectives, and to welcome everyone to the table. I believe that everyone has a voice. Everyone's lived experiences, when shared, should never be discounted. My vision for TPCAR is that we will become national leaders in the ways in which we serve our community and the ways we include everyone to bring their views and input to our industry and the local community. I want to help to prepare a path, a framework for a structure that lets everyone know that this is a welcoming place for all and welcome diversity. We have a great opportunity to be leaders, and we should take that mantle and work hard together to be the change we want to see in our world. I was honored earlier this year to receive TPCAR's Community Service Award for the work that I do through my own local nonprofit, Raising Girls. I'm very happy to serve. I'm happy to give back. I'm happy to lead. I'm happy to contribute to TPCAR's leadership. And I want to be a part of the conversations that continue to have people understand and really embrace the fact that they are welcome. That's a huge challenge right now in terms of the conversations that we've heard of people having their own views on TPCAR. And I want to be a part of that strategic plan that we can rewrite some of the things that have happened in the past to be outward leaders when there are crises, that we can really stand up and be counted in the change agents that we have in our community. So I'm happy to be considered and will be happy to serve. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So hopefully it says correctly, Morgan, is it Rie?
You got the last name right. I am very impressed. You are one out of 100.
All right, thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. The most stressful part of the audio is already over, so I'm glad y'all can hear me. So my name's Morgan Rie. I work at the WPP, Windermere Professional Partners Office, and I'm very excited to be running for the director position. A lot of what I have to say has to do on a continued vision that's might start with my entry, but I want to see it long-term and way past when I'm involved with TPCAR. And I love sharing what you just said about being a change agent. I think that is how I feel as well. Prior to being in real estate, I was a social worker. And I still feel that in my bones, and I take that with me in any position I'm at. And a lot of what was important to me then with diversity, inclusion, equity, is how I carry myself as an agent as well. And so what I see for TPCAR is providing not only culturally competent services to our members, but to our clients as well. And I see that with trainings and educations and having experts come in and make sure that our association is set up to evolve and continue to be the best we can. I'm part of the Government Affairs Committee. During our last meeting, we had somebody from HUD talk about our place as realtors and where we're at with, we have a past with redlining in our community, and maybe moving forward to acknowledge that past and how we're going to continue to evolve. I also would like our association to continue to work towards transparency with funding. I see a lot on social media with, people not always knowing where our dollars are going. And I want everybody to feel really involved and encouraged to participate, people of color. I want to see that engagement. And so part of what I've done personally since being on government affairs is starting at our offices, talking about where we're at with government affairs. What are we doing? What are we planning to do? Encouraging other realtors to start joining, because we don't always get a lot of engagement. And I think that's really important because people have opinions, and I hope people hold my feet to the fire as well as all of us to make sure that we continue to progress and move forward. So transparency, inclusion, and engagement are probably my 3 top platforms for running for this position.
All right, I think we're done. We've had a couple people remove their names, so I believe that's everybody, unless I missed someone, Karen. Okay, so at this point, if there's any questions for our nominees from anybody on the call, this would be the time to ask. I think we have someone saying something on mute here. No? No questions? All right, well, at this point, I'd like to thank you to all of our nominees. Ballots will be sent out on Thursday, August 27th, and voting will remain open until Tuesday, September 8th. Is there anything for the good of the order at this point?